Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, come to you from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. We're situated up here in the West Mountain in Hamilton, and it's Saturday night, so we're ready to pick up the Lake Ontario Radio Club net on the VE3 ZOE repeater on a frequency of 443.075. And our host tonight will be our own very own Bill, coming out of Dundas, VE3IUK. Please stand by.
Apologize for that. Got called away from the radio there for a minute. This is Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt, Bill in Dundas, and I'm your host this evening for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. This net meets 5 times weekly, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. On this repeater at 7 p.m. and Thursdays at 7 p.m. on a simplex frequency of 446.125. So now stand by for any quick one and dones or priority traffic coming out. Okay, I see that Larry V3LBI is checked in on YouTube. Don't forget to press the like button, folks. It helps back out. So with that, we'll stand by for anyone that would like to check into Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
VA3IMW.
VA3WPG.
VA3BT.
Okay, got 3 gentlemen in there. I assume you're gentlemen anyway. We'll start with Mac. Good evening, Mac. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad, Bill. Gentlemen, I guess loose association. Anyways, good to hear you on the air earlier today. I got my errands done. Did a little bit of cold weather shopping. Took my wife and daughter out over to Mark's. They've got a sale on right now, 25% off pretty much everything. And some of it is buy one, get 50% off on the second. So picked up a few things. Anyways, they wanted to go to Lime Ridge Mall, and lo and behold, my usual exit from the Lime Ridge Mall, it was blocked. I guess the Santa Claus parade was happening today or something crazy like that. Anyways, the exit on the back side of the parking lot that takes you up to Lime Ridge Road, and you can scoot out along Upper Sherman to escape all the madness on the west side of the mall. Anyways, that was blocked. So I kind of fell in with the rest of the minions that were trying to get out of the parking lot. Anyways, took a quick trip up to get fuel in the tank, and we're good for another week. Let's see here. So Matt got a pair of socks. Yeah, well, there you go. Yep. Well, I have to have one sock to go with the other one that got lost in the dryer. All right. So yes, don't forget we are live streaming on YouTube. So look up my call sign VA3IMW in the YouTube search box. Scroll down to the red sticker and give a click there. You'll find us. Anyways, Saturday night in Hamilton, Ontario, and all is well. Band conditions, not too bad. I was very disappointed to find out that a contest had broken out in the afternoon. Goodness gracious me, that was not fun. Let me drop. So after making a few contacts with a little bit of hardship because of the QRM, why is it contesters find it necessary to climb on top of each other 1 kc away from active stations? That just, it angers me to no end. So I guess as a result, I reclused myself to the lower portion of the bands and worked a little bit of CW. At least down there, you didn't have the QRM with contesters. Not that I hate contesters, I just hate people that abuse the radio and the gentleman type approach to giving some space so you're not causing interference with neighboring stations. Anyways, enough of me bitching and whining. So you got lots more to come there, Bill. Thanks for doing this one. Certainly appreciate it. I trust everybody's enjoying the warm weather this weekend. 7:3s, I'll be monitoring for the duration.
Yeah, sounds good, Mac. Yeah, things were going quite well until the contest had started up. Just a reason for me to make the move and start to use CW on the radio and maybe even FT8. But band conditions weren't too bad today. Still noticing a little bit of QSB bands, maybe slightly noisy, but I was able to pick up a new state today. Got Nebraska and got a Fifth Park in Bermuda and picked up Spain point of contact. So quite pleased with that. Wasn't impressed when the contesting started. It probably deterred me from getting some other contacts I might have got, but just the QRM is just so heavy. Anyways, it is what it is, but it's nice to see band conditions are improving, and glad you got through all that throng there at Lime Ridge Mall. I don't envy you sometimes having to sit in that stuff and stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. So there you go, but I guess that's the price you pay. But anyways, any further ado, let's pick up Chris and see how his day went. VA3WPG, VA3IUK.
Yeah, buddy, VA3WPG. Well, quiet day today. Didn't have any beers today. Thought I wanted some yesterday. Nope. Figured maybe I'd have a couple today. Nope. So just a quiet day. Flicked on the HF for the first time in a couple weeks, and all I heard was the contesters, and it was contesters that have the number that Chuck always talks about. He doesn't like. I don't even know how to get a number if you have to apply for a number ahead of time, or how even to get assigned your number for the contest. So I just shut the HF radio off. Checked out 15, 20, 17, and 20 was the only active band. So I guess this is not my first radio today. Another Lime Ridge news. Hamilton police say a family was sprayed with bear spray outside Lime Ridge Mall during an altercation Saturday afternoon. According to officers, a dispute between a family and a group of youths at the mall bus terminal escalated when youth sprayed the family with bear spray. 37-year-old and two children aged 10 and 7 were affected. Authorities say others were hit by the spray, but everyone was reported to be okay. Authorities add that 4 boys wearing dark clothing were seen fleeing from the area. I don't know if the happening on the bus shack would have anything to do with locked doors, but that just seems coincidence on the same day. Anyways, yeah, so that's it for me. Not much going on. Quiet night. Gonna be listening along to the next. Have a good evening. VA3WPG.
Yeah, okay, Chris. Sounds like you just run amok. What are you gonna do? It's a crazy world out there. But thanks for checking in, and glad you're able to get on the radio today. I see that Mark of VA3MHV has checked in. Good evening, Mark. And our friend Captain Burley Slice has also checked in. Good evening as well. I can't remember your call sign, but we'll get you put in the log. And with that, let's move on down to Albert, VA3BT, VA3IUK. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Bill, and everybody on frequency here. Didn't do any radio today. It's the first time I'm getting on here. Been running around, too many stores today. That drove me bananas. Just running around getting stuff done, groceries and all that good stuff. And of course, the wife had to go buy one of them big, crazy Christmas tree things. But anyways, yeah, not much more. So we'll hand it back over to you there, Bill. VA3BT.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, Christmas is a-coming, and got to keep the missus happy there, Albert.
Yes, sir. It was one of them days today. And then, I didn't realize this, but Princess Auto on Barton Street, that closed down. They moved over to Centennial. So they're down there now. Actually, I went over there, and it's a bigger facility, not bad.
Yeah, all that more stuff for guys to search through. You know, if women they have their stores to go to, but guys, it's like Princess Auto with me. It used to be Future Shop when it was open. I love to go there and browse. So I'll have to get somebody to give me a drive down and check out the new Princess Auto.
Yeah, big facility. Of course, it's new, so it's clean. Everything's organized, but yeah, not bad. I'm not too crazy about the location, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably the rent is probably cheaper, and of course they've got more retail space, but I bet you it's all to do with the rent.
Yes, sir. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, thanks for checking in, Albert. Glad to hear you on the radio today. Anything else before I move on?
No, that's pretty much on my end here. We'll be listening along. VA3VT.
All right. Thanks a lot for checking in. Anyone else for the Ontario Radio Club net come now?
VA3MG.
VA3NFG. Good evening, Steve. How are you?
Good evening, Bill. I'm good, thank you. And hello to everybody on that here. Just dropping my mom off here on the West Mountain at home. It's her 83rd birthday there. So made her some dinner and some birthday cake and a little bit of champagne bubbly. So that's about it for me there. I'm just heading down to West Cliffs here, right by the repeater location. Anyway, Bill, send it back to you there, see what else you can pick up. And we'll say 7-3 all. VA3NFG Mobile.
Yeah, VA3NFG Mobile, VA3IUK. Did you say 83?
Yes, 83 years of age, yep.
Well, happy birthday to your mom if she's listening, and glad that you're able to get together with her. Thanks a lot for checking in.
Yes, I already dropped her off. However, I will pass the birthday wishes. Thank you, Bill.
Good evening. I see that Chuck is also a YouTube check-in as well now. Lima Bravo, India. Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. Good evening, Larry.
Good evening, Bill. And I was actually listening to the little bit of the contesters there, and Chuck was right. That pass back and forth there for the, I guess, for the contest is a mouthful. And the guy repeating it, I mean, it's like a 15, 20 second just for one call. It's really going to slow them down.
Yeah, it doesn't interest me very much. I was never much of a contester. Love the podium because it's quick, efficient. You get to speak to people more than once. You get to know people, but never much of a contester myself, Larry.
Well, myself either. I never have been. Chuck was mentioning about all of the actual stuff they have to relay back and forth, and it is a mouthful. But I was sitting with the HF on this afternoon, and turned the dial up a little bit further, and all of a sudden I hear this voice, and I'm thinking, geez, I know that. And that was Tom, VE3THR. So I had a little talk with him for a few minutes this afternoon before supper.
Bands were a little bit better today. Still a bit noisy and some QSD on signals, but bands seem to have improved a bit, Larry.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody saw it or not, but I guess Oakville got hit with hail, about half the size of golf balls. Somebody took a picture and posted it there, and the streets are just covered with this hail. So I think their temperature was quite a bit lower than us. I mean, we hit, I think, around 56, 57 degrees this afternoon. It could be still up that high right now. I know it's supposed to dip through the night, Bill, but that's okay. I got everything done outside I need to do for winterizing, so we're all set to go.
Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. That's a frequent oftentimes it's isolated due to a temperature drop. I could be a smart guy and go the hell, you say?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Bill, I'll let you go. Thanks for picking me up. I'm sure there's others behind there. VE3, I'll be behind.
Okay, Larry, thanks a lot for checking in. Anyone else from Lake Ontario Radio Club net come now?
Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor.
Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor. Good evening, Mark. How are you?
Good evening, Bill, and everybody on net. I'm well, thank you. Just enjoying a quiet day here, Bill. Not much going on. Took the dog for a nice long walk this morning before the rain set in, and I just been doing some puttering around the house. Did a little radio today. Grabbed 4 parks, but ditto what Max said on the contesting. Once that started up, I just kind of scrolled around and listened. So that's about all I got tonight, Bill. Just to check in for your log and listening along here. VA3IMW, back to net control.
Yeah, I picked up about a dozen parts today and was doing fine until the contesting started up. Went up onto the work bands. There was a little activity there. I'm sure there will be 12 for contesting still going on, but managed to pick up a new state today. We got Nebraska on 17 meters small band, so maybe it's a good thing that it forces you to go to the work bands, because sometimes we forget about them, and you can do well there. So picked up Nebraska today in Fifth Park in Bermuda, and also picked up a Pota Park in Spain. So we're quite happy about that.
Yes, absolutely. I did a couple on 20, and then I went down to 17 as well because it was quieter down there. And as Max said, the conditions aren't abysmal. I mean, they're not too bad. I think they're improving slowly from those solar flares we had. So let's just hope for the best, and hopefully things improve from here. Bill, back to you.
Yeah, as I was saying to Mac and Larry earlier, I noticed the bands are still a bit noisy, and a lot of QSB on signals, but certainly better than it has been for the last few days. Anyways, thanks a lot for checking in, and have a good evening. Anyone else for the Lake Ontario Radio Club? Come now.
VA3CJZ.
See, we were just talking about you, so your ears must have been burning. How are you doing, Chuck?
Hey, good evening, Bill, and everyone on net. Yeah, my ears were burning a little. It just stopped raining here, I think, before the net started. But it was coming down pretty steady there for a while. And so we didn't get warm weather down here. It says it's, 57 right now at the airport. And my temperature just has been creeping up to 9 degrees Celsius. So a few degrees cooler down here. But that's okay. I've been in the house all day. I opened up my logbook earlier, the AC log, and my DX map was showing all these contesters, and I just said, no thanks, I'll wait a little bit. But I'm glad the band conditions seem to have improved, and so we'll take advantage of it there at some point. Other than that there, Bill, just been doing some window shopping until I can get some money. And just keeping busy in the house. Back to you.
Roger, I didn't even make it outside today, not even to walk a dog. My back has just been so sore, so I've just been sitting in my chair. Most of the day probably going to turn in early tonight, sort of feeling the effects of that fall yesterday, so it'll probably be an early night. But the upside to that was I got on the bands today and was able to work, a few parts, as you say, until the caca hit the fan with the contesters. So we'll take a little tune around on 40 after the net's over, and then probably call it early night. Just go and watch some YouTube videos and rest my back. But thanks a lot for checking in, Chuck. And same as you, told I get my situation in better shape, which should be soon. I'm also window shopping, but looking probably to get a shack in a box because I don't have a lot of room down here in this computer ham shack. So we're probably going to look at getting a
good. Let's hope the retailers are generous with the pricing there, because we got Black Friday, and then after that it'll be the Christmas season, and then Boxing Day. So, yeah, good luck. Anyways, thanks for doing this, Bill. Always a pleasure. And everybody have a good evening. VA3CJZ.
Yeah, just before I move on and see if there's anybody else there, just one comment about that, Chuck. Over the years, I've found one of the best times to buy electronics. Usually it's like February, March. The retailers are suffering a bit because nobody's spending any money after Christmas. A lot of times prices get knocked down, plus they're trying to clear up, last year's stock. So I found collectively that that's a good time of the year to shop for electronics.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. But there still should be deals, starting from Black Friday all the way into January. So you just got to be patient, right? Just don't jump on the first deal or what have you. But I thought that people were trying to get rid of their stock by Christmas, so that in the spring they come out with their new stuff. So everybody's way of thinking is different there, Bill, but whatever works. First you need that piggy bank to be fat and full. Back to you.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah. that's the bottom line. And I'll just say good evening to Captain Burley Slicer if he's still listening. He says he's got to run. Thanks a lot for checking in, and you're welcome back anytime. Okay, Chuck, thanks a lot for your check-in, and let's see if there's anyone else that would like to check into Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now. Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo uniform there. You're just on the fringe of the repeater, so let's see if we can get a copy on you. All the nets that come out of Hamilton here are on the YouTube, as you know. This net, the Friday Night Rag Shoe, I think Mac's monthly side bed net, and Larry's weekly A-Rag net, all on YouTube. So I wasn't able to copy all of that, Tomash, but most of it. So have a good evening, and thanks a lot for checking in.
Comment.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, VA3CJZ. I don't know if I mentioned it to you, or I know I did mention it yesterday, but I had the weirdest experience. I think we had some ducting or an inversion because I was monitoring. Of course, I always monitor the A-Rag frequency, and I heard two guys talking, but they had a repeater tail, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, am I looking at the right frequency here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Repeaters. And then they just disappeared. They never came back. There was a brief conversation, and they were just gone. And so I looked at the neighboring states that has 146-430 as a repeater, and only Pennsylvania came across. It was a Firehouse repeater, and that's the location of where the repeater was. And that was pretty neat.
Yeah, now Mac's still there. You can confirm this, but I thought there was also a repeater in Detroit that uses the same frequency. Are you there, Mac?
Yes, there is a repeater in Detroit that shares the frequency of the ZOE repeater, but that not the 2-meter repeater. So yes, I quite often hear Whiskey Golf. Well, I think wait a minute. Whiskey 8 Golf Mike or something like that. It's a repeater that's part of the GM facility in Michigan. But Chuck was mentioning that he heard something that was adjacent to the A-reg frequency, the 146.430. So kind of a different thing.
Oh, okay, I missed that. Okay, well, I obviously wasn't paying good enough attention. I apologize for that, Chuck. Okay. Well, it could have been just the version that was there and then gone. I know that, who was it last night? Dave said that he had worked Cornwall on 6 meters, so maybe there was some stuff going on with the higher frequencies, Chuck.
Yeah. I know few years ago when John was still here, VA3JSU, and when he used to do the net, occasionally he'd use his mobile and go up on the escarpment and do the net from there. And every once in a while, I would hear a repeater tail on 146/430, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. But those things, those conditions only happen, once in a while, and I was lucky enough to hear it. So it was pretty neat. I've heard repeaters from far away come in before as well. So it's pretty cool when that happens.
Yeah, sporadic inversion. So yeah, I've had experiences with that over the years, even on the commercial FM band. So it happens. Anyways, Chuck, thanks a lot for checking in. Anything else before I move on?
No, sir, that was it. Thanks.
All right. Okay. Thanks for that. Anyone else from Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, VA3IMW waiting for your call? Okay, nothing heard, so I'll stand by for any last call check-ins, any rechecks or comments before I close the net. VA3IMW is waiting for your call. Okay, I'd like to thank all those that checked in. Thank you to Mac for hosting this on YouTube. You never know who we might get popping in. Of course, we've had this gentleman from across the border, so you never know who else we might get checking in. So I'd also like to thank Terry VA3IQL for the use of the repeater. Very much appreciated. So with that, this is Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt, Dylan Dundas, saying 7-3 all and turning this repeater and all related frequencies back to normal average 7-3. Good evening.
And that brings the live stream to a close as well. 7-3s will be back here tomorrow night. That's how we say goodbye.